presenters would be Mr. Keovessna Vong. Please prepare your presentation. This second presentation about infographic visual analytics based on empirical modeling for ICU patient data streams. So this is about the medical software. And about the presenter, Keovessna Vong was born Battambang, Cambodia, 1987. Received BCA degree in computer science from Baraba University, Thailand in 2014. And he's pursuing Master of Science degree now in computer science also from Buraba University. He will graduate in the degree in October 2018 respectively. In 2010, he won scholarship at Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Siridon to study in Buraba University in the field of computer science, Faculty of Informatics. So, Mr. Keovessna, time is yours.
Thank you for your attention today. Hello, good morning. I'm Keovessna Vong from Cambodia, but I'm studying at Buraba University in Thailand. My topic today is about infographic visual analytics based on empirical modeling for ICU patient data stream. This is my outline today. Typically, the biomedical data stream are hard to dynamically visualize and analyze because of their properties and the multiple dimensions. And one more is the challenging is that how to create visualizations like interactives for the medical practitioner and the student to explore and to study the behavior of the data. And one more, infographic visual analytic can make complex data and analyze them and visualize them into graphical information for easy to understand. So it's possible to use empirical modeling which is a convenient way to visualize complex data and analyze the result and put them into graphical information for human exploration and interact with the model. And therefore, we have reviewed some related work for two domains. First is we review for the empirical modeling, and the next one is the infographics visual analytics. By the time essential, you can look for more detailed paper. This in related work. And the contribution is to be a interactive model for visualizing the multiple dimension of data stream and visualize the complex result and put them into graphical information. And one more, we want to enhance the experiment of human machines in interaction for education purpose and human understanding. And another one is we want to provide a learning space for medical education. And last but not least, we want to introduce the empirical modeling, or we can call it EM, as an alternative environment for researchers to explore their research in a new direction. And I will briefly describe the proposed method here. First, about the designing model. For designing the model, we will try to explore and collect the ICU data from visual bank, and then retrieve the data into the pre-processing for transforming the data into the form of into the useful form and classify them into short-term and long-term data set. This classify will briefly described in the next section. And then in the model management, we have a main system called IYEM. It is an infographic visual analytics based on EM. And this system can be able to visualize the data into infographics. In terms of line chart of the data stream that you can see in the ICAICTA2016 streaming monitor component. And another one, the system can analyze and visualize the symptom of the white cell and the critical values here to make more understanding about the situation of the patient. By the principle of EM, it is an interactive model, so user can interact back with the model to adjust the line chart attribute or to make a replay for the line chart and etc. Okay, for the collecting data set. Actually, the data set that we get from the visual bank, its name, the multiple parameter intelligent monitoring in the intensive care unit 2. And it is open public access, everyone can use it, and it's free of charge. And we just collect the time series data set which is contain about thousands of records. And each record contains different various vital signs. It's not the same. And all the vital signs in each record contain the same recording time length, and the frequency is 1 per second. You can see the example in the picture about the record. And for pre-processing data set, first of all, we collect the data set from the visual bank. Its shortcut name MIC, and we use the concept of data warehouse by extracting the data set, and then we got the raw data. After that, we make a transforming the raw data to sample data that can be executed by our model. And then we classify them into 3 classes. First one is long term. Long term is we consider the recording is longer than 30 minutes or half an hour. And the short term is between 5 to 30 minutes. And another one is invalids, and the less than 5 minutes or the invalid one in the valid record that we got. But we use just only long term and short term. Additionally, we need to classify the record by consider on their symptom cases. Normally, the data maybe consists of critical level or the not abnormal signal. We classify them into 4: normal, critical to normal to critical, critical to normal, and critical. And empirical modeling, and we can say EM. It was known that as an unconventional paradigm in computer science, which is found by Bayesian family in the UK in 1985. They are the professor in the Department of Computer Science in the University of Warwick. Okay. EM also provides a sense of real life that under only three concepts. First one is observable. Everything in the model, object, element, we consider as observable. And another one is dependency. It means that all observable can be depend on each other. And the last one is agency. Agency we can say as a trigger in the JavaScript that the trigger action on any observable. This trigger or this agency can be occurred by 2 types. One is from the user and another one from the system. Let me show you the example. Example, we have the observable A and B. B depends on A. So when any agency occur on A, and then automatically B is updated. So we can use this same principle to make a dependency in our model. And one more, I want to compare the unconventional paradigm and conventional paradigm. Conventional paradigm like just a functional program that we also write in any program. Unconventional paradigm it make the program or coding more time consuming. We don't need to redefine any statement. We just only define it and then update any variable or observation, and then another will be updated. Okay, the concept of dependency is that we can compare the spreadsheet cell in Excel or in any spreadsheet program. It working the same way with the EM principle. And in EM principle, empirical modeling consists of many tools, and we use JS Eden. It's one of the EM program. It's a web-based, and it was formed by Tim Monk in 2010. Naturally, it is a JavaScript, and it can use a Java injection, and it provides many utility to visualization and external plugin, like such as a bottom slider or something else. And it has a very good feature. One is called Eden Clock. It is used for time control or observable trigger. It's good for use to replay feature. Okay, for the last one is the infographic visual analytics for patient vital sign. I will briefly detail about this system. We have two methods to visualize the data. First, we got the patient vital sign data, and then we just visualize them into infographic in terms of line chart, and using JS Eden utilities to plot or to visualize the slider bottom for replay feature. And this is a technique for user interaction and the line chart of the data. And another one is we take the data and analyze them by using rule-based. And we consider on medical condition threshold, vital sign medical condition status, and we make a measurement of critical level. And after we got a result, we visualize them and then into infographic by using JS-Eden. And finally, we got the result that is shown in the slide. It consists of the patient text of the critical of each vital sign. Okay. For the result, this is our result. The result of the model contains of three components: A, B, and C. A is used for user interaction, to load the data, to select the data, to make a replace, and the B large charts of data of ICU signal movement, and C is for the results of symptom and physical level. And this picture just shows with each vital sign where it's located in human body system. And we evaluate the system with two terms. One is page loading time, and another one is animation frame rate. As the results show that the page loading time is acceptable because of the longest time is just only about not over than 2 seconds. And the animation frame rate it's almost good, but just not it's just a little bit poor for some device because it depends on the graphical of each device. To conclude the system, the environment of EM provides special kinds of interactive experiment between user and model, which can provoke a new aspect to the model and the study. Another one is this kind of infographic and infographic visual analytic based on EM for with vital sign data stream was efficiencies and smartness detection for patient symptoms, and how critical the web of patient is. It is used for learner to easily understand of patient in situation stage. This type of interactive models could be useful for either in biomedical or education practitioner. Example, students can interact with the model in their classroom to study, to explore, and get the knowledge from the data. And for our future work, we plan to build an adaptive ontology engine for redefining the knowledge base that is weak right now, but we try to make a knowledge base of the medical condition of the biomedical data and diagnose them. And then we try to make a sharing knowledge between user and another user. Thank you for your attention.
Very nice presentation. Okay, time for question, guys. Yes, please.
Thank you. It's an interesting presentation. You have developed a rule-based system for the analytics.
Yes.
But you just saw interaction evaluation for the system or the efficiency evaluation. You have saw the evaluation for the interaction model. Loading time.
Oh yeah, yes.
How about the accuracy of the analytics? Because the system is for ICU patient, so I think the accuracy of the analytics is very important.
Yes, sure. So that's why that we need to make redefining, because we are not a doctor, I'm just a programmer. So I study some rule from the internet and make a definition, but it not correctly to use in the real life, but it can be used in the study. So this model expect to use with the doctor to redefine the correct definition of the medical condition, and then the doctor can share the knowledge to use for the student. Yeah.
Is there any question? I would like to ask you, is IPM is your software, or you make yourself, or you develop?
For the JS Eden, it is a library of empirical modeling, but this system is I make by myself.
Very nice. I think that could be an opportunity to list your software with, like intellectual property.
To demonstrate?
No. I mean, you should be careful with the intellectual property. I mean, actually, you can be patent or software copyright your software before you launch or something like that. This is just my suggestion.
Okay.
So
Yes.
thank you very much. We give applause to Mr. Dewan. Okay. By the way, is there any second or third presenter? Mrs. Siti? There's no. Right. So this is the last presenter. I would like to give two announcements here. The first announcement is the